Hello, my name is Erica, and today I'm going to be listening to Sri Lankan music. And let me explain how this all happened. I was in London, and I was traveling with my mother, and I was in a cab. And I just said to my mom, I'm so glad I started my YouTube channel a year ago. Look how much it's grown. I was just basically celebrating, milestones. I was graduating. I was in Europe to graduate for my master's in vocal pedagogy. And then a cab driver goes, "Oh, you have a YouTube channel?" I'm like, "Yes, I didn't realize you were listening, but okay." So I started talking to this cab driver, and it turns out he's Sri Lankan. And he said, "You have to listen to Sri Lankan music. Everybody's going to love it. Like, it's really popular. Foreigners listening to Sri Lankan music is a very popular YouTube genre." I was like, "Really? Okay." So this is all because of a nosy cab driver. No, it's fine. I don't mind. I don't mind talking to my cab drivers when they're nice. It was just funny because I was just like, "Oh, YouTube," and he's like, "Oh, are you a YouTuber? Like, who are you? What's your channel?" It's like, well, I have like 30,000 subscribers. I'm not that big of a YouTuber," but he's like, "Oh, okay." So anyway, let's go. Now, do I have any context of Sri Lankan music before I hear this? No, I literally have no context. I have some context of Indian music because when I was growing up, my friend's parents were from India and she showed me some Bollywood films, but I know it's a totally different country. So I don't know if there's going to be any similarities or not. I don't know, but this is something I've never heard before. And my background is I'm American. I live in California and I studied Western classical music and opera, singing specifically, and also musical theater. So anyway, let's see what Sri Lankan music is like. Apparently this is like some classic song according to the internet, but I could use your recommendations. So please recommend things in the comments if there's something I really need to hear from Sri Lanka. Pretty.
Hanthana Sihine Dara let aga zoasit mal gotanu mana lanune sansara sihine So haragiya lazo ranghal amavaka adure noyenu manalandune bala velpemi nila kanu peri Hanthana Sihine සොඳුරේ අන්තාන අරනේ
Wow, that's a really pretty song. It's a duet, obviously, between a man and a woman. I like how the strings of the background sounded. Like just from the beginning, there was like an introduction that was some sort of guitar, some sort of string instruments, and then like a really nice little shaky percussion, something like that. And then both of their voices are really beautiful. I had to switch to the translation because I'm like, I need to know what they're singing about. But even if I had not read the translation, I would have still known it was about love. Like basically, there was a lot of yearning in it. There was a lot of passion. There was a lot of sadness, actually. There was a lot of sadness in it. It sounds kind of sad. It sounds really sad, even though it sounds hopeful. And you kind of get that even without knowing the meaning at all. I like the meaning. Hold on, I want to sing that one part. I want to try it. Hold on. Bala, where's this? Bala, welam pemi, nela ganu beri,
nila ganu beri,
anu beri,
Hanthana Sihine,
Hanthana Sihine. I like how his melody is different. It's different than what melody she had. Sansara Sihine. It's really pretty. But see, his melody was complementary to her melody. It was not the same melody. They were related to each other, but his was almost like an answer to her question, which we also see in Western classical music all the time, like a question and answer phrase. But they did it even better because it wasn't even exactly a parallel. It was really interesting, actually. That's what I love about Eastern music, is that it doesn't follow the same rules as Western music all the time, like often not, because it came from a different system originally. Comes from a different tonal system. From what I understand, even it developed on its own without any contact with the West, and then it kind of later, now we have contact with each other and they borrow from each other, and music from the East can copy, and both vice versa. Western music has also copied Eastern music. So now there's a lot of sharing, but I think for many, many hundreds of years, maybe centuries even, they had very different origins, and therefore you get a very different sound than you hear in Western music. And I love it. I think for some people, though, who are from the West, they don't necessarily they've never heard it before, and if they haven't heard a lot of folk melodies or old-timey folk melodies, the scales may sound a little bit exotic. Well, they definitely sound exotic, but they sound like, whoa, I don't know what's going on, I actually really like it. Okay, well, that was really pretty. So that's obviously kind of old, I think. I want to find some like pop music next. So in my next video, I'm going to try to find something more like, I don't know, maybe there's something more upbeat and dance-like, but this is absolutely gorgeous. I love it. I'm not sure exactly what language they speak in Sri Lanka. Sinhala, I guess. I don't know. That's so funny. They call Singlish is Sinhala. that's transliterated. So anyway, I don't know much. I don't know anything about that language and whether it has any relationship to other languages, if there's like a linguistic family or something like that, because I'm always interested. When I watched Bollywood movies, I think they were in Hindi. So I know some Hindi words, like dil. That's like heart. See, I know random things about Hindi, but I don't know anything about Sinhala, so I'll have to learn from scratch. But thanks for watching. And again, this is all because of a cab driver being like, kind of like listening and being like, you should listen to Sri Lankan music. I was like, okay. He's like, it's a lot of people. I was like, okay. Sure, why not? I always like to just go with the universe, like things don't necessarily happen by random. So I figured if I randomly run into someone when I'm randomly in London, which I'm never in England, rarely as a Californian, I was like, well, I guess this is for a reason. I guess this meeting didn't happen by chance. So we might as well listen to some music. So thanks for watching, and please subscribe so that you get notified when I upload new videos. And if you like it and comment, then it teaches the algorithm that you want to see more reactions to Sri Lankan music. And then next time I release one, it will come up. I also have a music international playlist, like world music playlist, foreign music. I'll put this on that. But then eventually, if I get enough Sri Lankan songs, I'll make its own playlist of like Erica reacts to Sri Lankan music. So stay tuned for that. And thanks so much for watching. Bye.